This is my cat Pearl. She is my soulmate, love of my life. And my roommate. Yes, you are my roommate. Yay, she's in the video. Hi, I'm Scarlett. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment in Santa Monica. Fun fact, this apartment was built in 1914. Welcome to my sweet digs. Come on in. I pay $2,375 in rent. When you first walk in, my dining room and kitchen are to the left, and then my living room connects to my bathroom and my bedroom with a hallway. This is my dining room. Over here, I have two 1950s movie posters that came from my dad. The first one is called The Truth About Flying Saucers, and the second one is We Came from Beyond Space. I love the colors and how they add such a fun pop into my dining room area. My dining table is from IKEA, and I hand sanded this and painted it myself to match the colors in my apartment, and I'm really happy with how this DIY project came out. My cat will actually run down the hall and launch herself onto the table, so there are a bunch of claw marks deep in the wood. My dining chairs are original Seska cane chairs, and I absolutely love them, although they are a bit fragile, so I try not to sit on them with too much force. One of my favorite finds for my apartment are my Facebook Marketplace Seska chairs. These are the real authentic Seska vintage chairs that I found and drove all the way to San Diego to pick up, but it was definitely worth it. My kitchen is pretty small. I wish it had a little bit more counter space, but since I'm only cooking for one, it is the perfect amount. I love keeping knickknacks above my sink. I have my Studio Ghibli cup. I also have this mortar and pestle that I brought home from England in my suitcase. It was very heavy, but it was worth it. Because I don't have a ton of cabinet space, I have a little kitchen utility cart that keeps my spices and produce and any other things that I need for cooking. Follow me into my living room. My living room is where I spend most of my day, so I wanted to create an area that had nice flow and also a lot of space for me to do yoga and make it kind of a multi-functional space. I love film and TV. I actually work at an animation studio working on adult and kids animation. I watch a lot of TV and movies due to the nature of my work, so having a really comfortable place that I can sit in front of the TV and relax is my utmost important thing. The most expensive item in my home is definitely my couch from Living Spaces. This is supposed to be a dupe of the Cloud couch, but I'm so glad that I bought it because it's super comfortable for watching TV and hanging out, and it fits a lot of people on it. Definitely worth the price, and I'm super happy with my purchase. Here is my desk. I work here 3 days out of the week, and having a standing desk is definitely the most beneficial thing for working from home because it makes sure I get up throughout the day. I really wanted the space to be somewhere I would actually sit and focus and actually want to hang out in, so having fun little knickknacks and cute things around me helps me stay focused and stay present. When I was laying out my apartment, my most important thing was making sure that I had the most natural light as possible. Because I work from home, I wanted to create a little area for my desk and all of my electronics and create a space that I actually want to work in. I'm a big reader, so I have a lot of books, and I think the most fun way to organize them is in rainbow order. My knickknacks are honestly from all over. This is from my grandparents' house, and it's a little balancing jockey, and I've coveted this since I was a child, so when I got to take it home with me, it was a very, very big deal. Behind my couch, I have to keep my surfboard because it is 9'4" and it's too tall for me to stand up against the wall in here. So every time I go surfing, I have to finagle it out behind the couch and pull it and walk it down the stairs to take it to my car. This mushroom drawing was done by my grandma, and it's just so special to me that I get to look at it every day while I work. This mirror is one of my favorite pieces in my apartment. My friend actually bought this for her place months ago, and she recently sold it to me, and it was the biggest score. I spend a lot of time at the beach and outdoors, so I collect a lot of rocks and shells and sea glass on my different adventures, and on my bar cart I keep some of my favorite, most precious pieces. My bar cart was given to me by my stepmom, and it's actually from the early 1900s, and the inlay and the wood is so beautiful. It's just one of my favorite pieces I have in my apartment. I could talk for hours about every single one of these rocks and shells, but this is a short video, so I'm not gonna do that, but every single one has a story, and they're all very precious to me. Whenever I come home, I always take my shoes off immediately and put them on my shoe rack. I love having a little entrance station where I can drop my keys or anything that I need to take with me as I'm heading out the door. It's super helpful so I don't lose things throughout the day. This is my media console where I keep all of my books and records, and I spend a lot of time listening to music and watching TV, so it's nice to have everything displayed here. When I was first moving into the space, I really wanted a particular record console from Urban Outfitters, but it felt way too expensive for what it was. So my ex-boyfriend actually hand-built me my TV and record stand. He spent the time picking out the wood and handcrafting it, and it's a super beautiful piece. We're not together anymore, but at the very least, I got this beautiful media console, and I will appreciate that forever. Down this hallway is my bathroom and my bedroom. And of course, next to my sink, there's sea glass and shells, and of course, in my shower, there is more sea glass and shells. Follow me into the bedroom. My bedroom is my true sanctuary. I really only spend time in here to sleep, read, journal, and stretch, so I wanted it to be a super safe space for myself that felt like a really true, authentic expression of my style. I love all of the colors and that it feels super girly. It definitely makes me feel super feminine when I'm getting ready for the night in here. My headboard is a Facebook Marketplace find that I was so excited to see online. I think I paid about $300 for it, but for me it was super worth it because it was exactly what I was looking for. My pillowcases are from the 1960s, designed by the artist Peter Max, and online the entire sheet set goes for about $500, but my mom actually found both of these pillowcases in the thrift store for a super cheap price. My least favorite thing about this apartment is that every time the metro goes by, my back bedroom shakes like an earthquake. And the first time that it happened, I was super shocked, but honestly, I got used to it after a few days. I have a ginormous vintage purse collection, and instead of hiding them in my closet, I wanted to display them because they are such beautiful pieces of art. This one came from my aunt, and this other one came from the vintage store Hidden Treasures in Topanga Canyon. My heart lamp I thrifted for $6 when I was in college, and it is such a coveted piece. I will never ever get rid of it. And I added the pink light because it adds such a fun hue at night when all of the rest of the lights are off. Across from my bed, I have a bookshelf full of knick-knacks, my perfumes, different things I use for getting ready, and of course, more sea glass and shells. Over here, I have my full-length mirror that I use for getting ready, as well as my guitar that I am still learning to play. I found my rug secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. My closet, although it is small, it actually does fit all of my clothes, but I keep some other things like camping equipment, my suitcases are tucked in the back, and of course, all of my clothes are super bright and colorful, so it makes me very happy when I open the door and get ready. I wear a lot of secondhand clothes and just standout vintage pieces, a lot of bright patterns and colors, so I think my apartment definitely reflects my personal style in every way. This is my ultimate sanctuary and place that I get to express myself, and it feels really safe in here because it feels like me.